is a living legend. He is an icon. And Robert Rodriguez, I want a Machete 3. I want a Machete 4. The man got his own restaurant named after him. He's been in movies, television shows, commercials. He is a badass, okay? I like Danny Trejo, and I want to see more of the Machete character get flushed out. Part 1 was good. Part 2 was better than the first one, but I want more of his character. If I can't get a Machete 3 or 4, at least a Machete television series. You know, now let's recap back, because the camera did cut off. I apologize. The name of the title of the video is called Sex Game, the top 15 Latin women and men greatest action stars in television and film of all times. So that's the name of the video. And Danny Trejo is number 1. Now the video did broke into 4 parts, and you might have trouble trying to find out who's been on the category. So this video is for Latino women and men. This is for Puerto Rican men and women. This is for Cuban men and women, because a lot of people don't get respect in Hollywood. So I'm going to give you the respect and the credit you deserve, because 2 days ago there was a Latino man 2 days ago at 7-Eleven who opened the door for me, and he didn't have to do it. So he showed some respect. I'm going to show some respect. And then tomorrow's YouTube video is going to be just as great as today's YouTube video. So let's do a recap. At number 15 is Antonio Sabato Jr. Now, I had him at the beginning of the video, and then the camera cut off, so we're refilming it because obviously it's too damn hot outside, and whenever it gets too hot, my camera breaks the video up into 4 to 6 parts. I know y'all don't want to watch 6 parts of a video. I know you want it to be a whole entire video. Sometimes things just don't go the way you plan. So I have a contingency plan. I adapt to the situation. Now, Antonio Sabato Jr. was George Clooney before there was George Clooney. And you know what? I might as well put George Clooney on the list and change the title of the video again and call it 16. So Antonio Sabato Jr. on his mom's or father's side of the family, I'll have to double check, is basically Spanish. And he became like the second, either the first or the second guy to get signed by Kevin Kline. And he started doing all these modeling commercials, so he was a model. Then they started putting him in some romance television shows, soap operas, General Hospital, All My Children. Weren't nobody watching those television shows, and when they put them on there, they got this huge ratings of the Latino community. He made those shows possible. So he was on 2 shows for 4 years. That same time frame, George Clooney was on television doing a show called ER. They see Antonio Sabato Jr. as a sex symbol. And he's been in movies, television shows. He even had his own television show with VH1. He did pop up in a rated R or rated X porn television show where he just played an acting character. So he's been in the game for a while. He also did some songs. I didn't know the guy could sing. He was kind of like the Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, of the Latino community. On the other hand, you got my man George Clooney, who is on this list. George Clooney is the man, okay? If you want to be an alpha male, you want to be a legend, an icon, learn as much as you can from George Clooney, okay? He came in the game as an actor. He hooked up with Quentin Terrace, did a movie called Dusk Till Dawn, biggest movie of history for his career. Then he did a movie with Jennifer Lopez. Then he becomes the leader and does a movie called Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. That becomes his franchise. Hooks up with Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, Don Cheadle. You get Catherine Zeta-Jones. You get Julia Roberts, Anthony Garcia. And you got you some fucking Ocean's 11 in this bitch. Creates magic on camera. Then 10 years later or 15 years later, he produces, writes, and directs movies. Now he's a director. Now he's a screenwriter. The guy should have won Oscars for his movie performances. He did a movie called Michael Clayton. which showed he could play different characters of different ranges. So yes, we're gonna add George Clooney on the list. It just don't feel right if you don't have a George Clooney. So let's do the recap, people. We got Antonio Sabato Jr. We've got Codan, the professional wrestler. We got Selma Hayek. We got Arian Dawson. We got Jessica Almeida. We got Sylvia Varga. We got at number 9, Jennifer Lopez tied with Eva Mendes. At number 8, we have Michelle Rodriguez. We have at number 7, Carlos Estevar. That's actually Charles Sheen. So if I say Carlos Estevar, that means Charlie Sheen. And then, of course, we have Eric Estrada from the television show of Chips. And at number 5, we got Chi Martin. At number 4, we got Edward James Olmos. Then at number 3, we have Antonio Banderas. And then at number 2, we have the late, great China, the professional wrestler. And then at number 1, we have Danny Trejo. So we're putting it into the video because the camera cut off. So I don't want you guys to be thinking I forgot any names. Thank you for the video appreciation. I apologize if it's a long title of a video. I added George Clooney onto the list. Some of you are going to like the names on the list. Some of y'all are going to be upset. By the end of the day, I cannot put a smile on everybody's face. This video is made because 2 days ago, a Latino man opened the door for me at 7-Eleven. He showed me some respect. I showed some respect back in return. Because in tomorrow's video, it's going to be martial arts and television and film that associate with movies of action stars. But this was for the Latino women, the Latino men, the Cuban men, the Cuban women, the Puerto Rican man, the Puerto Rican women who do movies and television and film that don't get no respect and no credit. I give you all the respect and credit. These people open the doors for you to do what you wanted to do in Hollywood. Until then, peace.